The United States has expressed concern over the Turkish government's interference in press freedom in the country and urged Turkish authorities to ensure their acts uphold democratic values, including the freedom of expression and access to media. In a press briefing on Thursday, U.S. State Department acting spokesperson Marie Harf said the U.S. supports the freedom of expression and remains concerned about government interference in the freedom of expression in Turkey. "We've said that for a long time and we remain concerned. An independent and unfettered media is an essential element of any democratic and open society, and as, I think, Turkey's friend and as their NATO ally, we urge the Turkish authorities to ensure their actions uphold democratic values, including due process, judicial independence, and freedom of expression, including access to media and information," Harf said. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan recently slammed the New York Times over an editorial which urged the US and other NATO allies to ask the Turkish president to turn away from the destructive path he is on, telling the US daily "Know your place." He continued his criticism of the newspaper, asking if it dares to write the same editorial about the US administration. Erdogan also waged a war against Turkish dailies ahead of parliamentary elections, after which he hopes to establish a presidential system if the ruling Justice and Development Party, AK Party, gets the majority of the vote. He sued editors of the mainstream Hurriyet daily and its website over a headline that Erdogan claimed suggests he might share the same fate as Egypt's ousted President Mohamed Morsi, who was sentenced to death by an Egyptian court. The Hurriyet daily and its editor-in-chief Can Dündar also got their own share of Erdogan's anger against the critical media. Erdogan personally filed a complaint against Dündar, demanding a life sentence, an aggravated life sentence and an additional 42-year term of imprisonment for him after the daily published footage of what it said were arms being transferred to Syria on trucks operated by Turkey's National Intelligence Organization, MT. During the press briefing, Harf also vowed to continue to speak up about the necessity of unfettered access to media in Turkey, stating, "That's something we feel very strongly about and will continue speaking up about." When asked if she denounces Erdogan's remarks accusing Armenians, atheists, homosexuals of being on the side of sedition, Harf replied, "Absolutely." In an address in the eastern Turkish province of Bingöl on Wednesday, Erdogan slammed the Doğan Media Group, calling them journalists from parallel structure, a term he invented to refer faith-based Gülen movement following Turkey's biggest corruption scandal. He also criticized the Armenian lobby, and the Alevis that don't love Caliph Ali for supporting the pro-Kurdish People's Democratic Party, HDP. "The terror organization that killed our prosecutor at Alayan courthouse support these people, the journalists of parallel structure exalt them to the skies. Coup supporter Doğan Media is their biggest ally. Armenian lobby, homosexuals, Alevism without Ali, all representatives of sedition are the benefactors of these HDP officials. They have also taken support from some international media organizations," Erdogan was quoted as saying by the Doğan news agency. Erdogan increased the dose of criticism targeting Turkey's ethnic and religious minorities ahead of the June 7 election in a move critics say is aimed to boost conservative votes. He also waved a Kurdish Quran during the public rallies he held in the southeastern provinces, an act criticized for abusing Islam for political purposes and seeking support for the ruling AK party.